Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, to start this video, first of all, go ahead and grab a coffee because this is our last episode and this is where things are going to go super complicated, and you will know why I did not want to do this in the first place, because it's crazier than the craziest that you have ever thought. Also grab an orange. I've drawn something in that orange. You're going to understand the way this is working. Alrighty, so in the last episode, we were talking about, how strength and all that stuff is related. We were talking about how we are seeing a positive correlation with wind speed, wind direction. So let's go ahead and change scene right now so that I can show you. So basically, we were talking about multiple linear regression analysis, which is basically how strength is actually with wind speed, wind direction, and all that stuff, right? So strength was very important in that. So strength was very important. Why? Because it was getting correlated to higher wind speed and higher wind direction, and we saw all of this chart. So what I did was, I went and created a new chart for you guys, and this is our final chart, which I've posted in a lot of social medias. So what's this? What we did is that we brought rewards and first position in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my camera, because if I keep my camera out here, you guys cannot see anything. So hold on. Okay. So I've turned off my webcam so that you guys can see this. Let's scroll here. Okay, so this is first of all for above average Pega with high chances of first position. Now remember this is not going to be a META Pega. For an above average Pega, if you see that strength is higher, wind is the highest, strength is higher, and fire is high, it will have a very high correlation with the first position. As you can see that strength is having positive correlation with wind speed and wind direction. And as we know from our first episode, that higher rewards is equal to wind speed, which is more than wind direction, which is more than weather humidity. So, which again is more than fire. So we bring that into this chart, and you can relate that the highest reward is if your Pega is having very high wind. But here's a problem. Everybody's thinking, okay, so I should get something with high stats. As a matter of fact, it's correlation. What does correlation means? Correlation means that if you are picking up anything with the highest strength, highest wind, or highest fire, you have to subsequently pick up something that has the lowest speed, the lowest lightning, the lowest fire. So you have to pick up something that is on the opposite end of the spectrums. Why? Because that's what's going to denote whether your Pegas are META or not. But these parameters are dynamic for most Pegas, that the wind rate of 30% of above, the data is divided into two sets where they're comparing speed, strength, lightning, wind, water, fire. This is just an example. Again, it can be reversed, it can be mixed and matched, but data is in two sets. If for example, you're taking set 1, which is speed, strength, lightning, you should have two very high stats and one very low stat. So two high stats means above 7. One very low stat means that like less than 3 but more than 0. Same as for the set 2. Either you take one high stat which is more than 7, or less than 3 or less than 0. So total of 3 stats will work. So I've given an example out here where I have copied down few examples from the internet, and we have checked that this actually works, this theory with the parameter actually works. Now, here comes the interesting part. Why did we come to this? For this orange will come into play. because I'm going to explain it to you in a different way. Before I show you with the help of this is one of the most complicated theory that you have to get in your mind to understand this. Why? Because it is a very complicated way of dealing data. I don't know why they need to make this so much complicated. It's a click to earn game. To understand this mechanics, basically all you have to do is to understand what is an RNG model, how RNG works and everything. So let me show you this. Okay, so we are going to bring this orange and try to focus out here. This is X and Y axis, and this is a dynamic model which keeps on changing, right? So first is speed, strength, lightning. First is speed, strength, or they're taking lightning, water, wind, fire. So the data is divided into two sets. These two sets, whenever they coincide, you get a very high wind rate, kind of a Pega. But that data is going literally everywhere in that dynamic model. So the problem is this model keeps on rotating in a sphere, and data is coming together. As you can see, sometimes one set will totally split off from its axis and go to different axes. I do not know whether you guys heard that or not, but I think I was pretty vocal about it. I'm pretty sure I was pretty vocal about it. Hold on a second. I need to figure. Yeah, that's. So with this sphere thing, you again understood this whole sphere thing, which I was showing you in the beginning, that it's a dynamic model that's going across. And to track data for dynamic model and do visualization, first of all, say for example, we crack this, right? Say for example, what I basically did, I went through two peels of data. There is more peeling, which means there's more sets inside that subsets. I'm not going to go through that. Why would I have to go through that? I've got 16 or 20 Pegas now. Okay, if through my investment, I have to still understand the game, understand the dynamics of the game, why am I in the game? That's the question. So I will leave it to this, and I am following these parameters very carefully. The reason why I was talking about this also is that, watch this. So I'll show you one stuff, and how to snipe a Pega. We'll make another episode of this because there's a major misinformation. It's not misinformation, it's just people are confused about it. So, and all my friends we are all arguing and everything, but what I have noticed, I have done research on, this is what I found, but I downloaded something from the internet. I think it's on my file explorer. Downloads. This is how much stuff I've downloaded for CSVs and all that stuff. No, it should be in pictures. Did I download that picture? Probably not. So no, I didn't download that picture, but we can actually go to Hernando's data and check this out. So watch this. So as I was telling, speed, strength, lightning, wind, water, fire. Hernando, thank you at first for providing us with this, because I didn't have data at that time. Hernando contacted us, and I asked him, like, can I get some data? He's like, yeah, I can share your data. So what's this? Lightning, water, fire. In this line, what do you see more? Which was fire, wind, lightning. So if we take this to our comparison charts, wind, fire, and strength, I don't see that. But apart from having very high amount of fire, very high amount of wind, and very high amount of lightning, the amount of speed, strength, and water is low. That is the reason it's a 45%er. Now this might drop eventually because it's only 35 races. 35 races literally doesn't prove a lot. But 38 races with 2000, this is probably an older data which I would not correlate to. But then also there are high chances of this becoming the meta. At the end, I would actually, tell you this, that do not do this to yourself. Do not go through what I have gone through, trying to decipher something that is next to impossible to decipher. The reason behind is that even though this is my suggestion, this is what I find out to be more logical, going through logical API datas, going through logical API races, just to show you that this is the truth that I'm talking about. This was my raw data. These are all the raw datas. And how did I find raw data? Basically, I was shared an API where I could pull data of every race that happened, which Pega was raced. Now, if you do not want to do like that, what you can do is that you can find API data from literally by going out here, going to marketplace, and then go for renting. And you see that Pega number, you can pull out an API data from that Pega number. And you will understand, this whole factor behind it. So I am not going to post any API data or anything, link or anything down below. But I am going to post you all the raw data that I have used. I'm going to post you track records of everything. I'm going to post you why I came to this suggestion. And I'm going to post you also one more sheet, which is out here. So I'm going to post you this raw data, the stats correlation, track data correlation, I think complete race data analysis. Because in the beginning I was getting, now I'm not going to post you this because this was an error of data analysis, which I literally made a very big mistake out here by inversing the axes. So I'm not going to send you this one. Yeah, I have to grab this one. So let me just take this out of the shared documents. Yeah, I'll be taking that. I'm not going to share that. I'm not going to share this complete race data analysis. Alright guys, so that will be all from the channel Techado. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation. It was a mission impossible for us. It was a huge task. And I'm sorry that I could not go more deep and find out more reasons to tell you which is the meta. But at least I could show you what is an above average Pega and what is an above 35%er Pega. Now, there is last proof that we have to confirm, where again for 5 days we are going to track all these Pegas that I had tracked. I have more than a list of I think 110. I think I can get 40 more if I want. 150 Pegas and their wins and everything, and why are they winning. We can do that and make another episode after 5 days, but it is going to be purposeless because there is Pega level mechanics coming up within like next week or so. So that's it. That's pretty much it from the channel. You will see that I know that breeding is a mess right now, and you will see this is dropping out here at 0.006169 because you guys need to tell us some clue. I cannot be wasting 5 days to figure out what will be my breeding strategy. I cannot be wasting 5 days to figure out why is my mint going less. It was hilarious, but that actually brought down Viz by a lot. Why? Because people do not have any clue right now what's going on. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys appreciated the video. I appreciate your time. See you folks on another episode. Next episode, I'm going to tell you the number one mistake a manager should not make in Pegaxy. Till then, keep watching. share this data with everybody. I think the safest route is to watch wind, because again, wind is a cofactor for like track, race, and everything. I'm just refreshing your memory before I leave. Is that go to stats correlation? No, not stats. Go to this document which I have shared down below. Go to track data correlation to race position and scroll all the way down. Scroll all the way down to this. Scroll all the way down. Did I put it out here? No, I did not put. So yeah, it's going to be on the main one, which is stats correlation to track data. This is the public version. Yeah, so it's actually in this page. So it's pretty good that I've put everything in this one page. You will see that wind is affecting speed. Wind is affecting a track's direction, or it's affecting the weather direction. So wind is a very important factor, and that is contributing to high rewards. So a track that has higher wind speed more than wind direction, more than humidity, more than fire, and these factors, whichever is affecting that track, which will be again correlated to your speed, strength, and everything, will give you a META Pega. And that is the reason I was trying to correlate which variable is to what, and that is the reason it was difficult, because on API data you do not see anything apart from these five factors. There is no sixth factor, and that was the biggest and the most confusing part. They removed the sixth factor. They factored speed and direction and put wind on top of that. So that is the reason I was confused. So that will be all, I think, so I should not bore you again. But if this interests you, if you find that this data was enough, show some love, and we will continue our journey in Pegaxy. I'm not going anywhere without this. I want to see the end of this, but I am getting a feeling that it is getting unnecessarily complicated to find out META Pegas. Just unnecessarily complicated. Breeders do not know what to do. Breeders do not know when to breed. And when the breed comes out, they are seeing that, okay, I do not know what should be the price of this, because this might not be a good Pega, might be a good Pega. There's a lot of stuff. We are going to discuss that in next episode. Till then, take care. Good night.